Ooh, echo. Got a nice echo in there. Welcome back to another Dirty Diggers video. I'm glad to have you all back today. So we're back at the container home project. Now, if you haven't seen the first video, it's the excavation process of this project. I will leave a link in the description if you'd like to check that video out first. Now, this video, as you could probably tell from the beginning, there's basically two parts to this video. Part one is the day I came back to do this gravel pad preparation with the Kubota skid steer. So they had roughly put the gravel into the pad, and once they had about enough gravel on site trucked in, I came in to just kind of level up the pad. So in reality, I was only here for about an hour or two tops to spread this gravel and get this on grade for them so that the concrete guys could come and do their forming to pour the concrete pad. The next section, or the next part, was when I came back in after the concrete was poured and the containers had been put in place. I came to do the backfill of the septic bed and tank and the perimeter all the way around the concrete pad, just to backfill up to the edges a little bit and cut the driveway out and level up some of the ruts, kind of clean up the site a bit so that it could be a little bit cleaner and easier to move around and mobilize around the site without piles and ruts everywhere. All that being said, I'm going to let you finish up watching how the gravel pad turned out. It was a very quick process here, and then we'll pick up back together once I come back the next time and the containers are in place. See you in a minute. Just as a side note, I love how these two skid steers look like little Tonka toys playing in a sandbox from the aerial view of the drone. Back here at this container home project. Last time we were here, this was just a slab on grade. Now we actually have the containers in place. The slab has been poured, the rough in for the plumbing's been run through, and they've got those again all in place, and the septic system has been done. Again, this was not done by me. The person building this had someone come in to do this, so I just did the excavation. So I dug out the hole for the tank, the bed area for the runs, so they dropped in the tank. They've installed their pipes and did their runs here. You can see the pipes. They actually didn't even finish covering them. I'm gonna have to use that stone with the excavator and finish putting some stone on here. These last couple runs, I think they only did from this side here because they only have a bobcat available. So anyways, I'm gonna finish putting stone for them, get this level, and then we're gonna start backfilling the bed gently here with the excavator. We're gonna go around the tank, just nicely drop the dirt around. Again, this doesn't have to be anything 200% because obviously we're in the middle of the winter here, so it doesn't have to be anything too precise. We're just kind of getting this roughed in. And then at the end, I do have the old 1989 case dozer that I'm gonna break out just to go around and, you know, level up these sort of ruts as much as I can. Rip up. It's actually not too frozen today. It's somewhat frozen, but it's relatively mild at the same time. It's probably only a couple inches of frost, so should be able to break through that enough with the excavator and the dozer to leave it somewhat nice and level here, and then hopefully it freezes that way and stays like that till the spring when we're going to come back here and finish it off. So yeah, you can see here, this is going to be his whole backyard area with a nice patio. He ended up deciding to go straight through with the concrete here. I know last time we had this jigged out here with the strings, but we ended up cutting it all through because he wasn't 100% sure, but good thing we did. He ended up pouring cement all the way across, and he's going to use that as a patio. We're just going to do general go over here at everything, leveling up all these ruts, fixing up all the stuff around the building, and essentially backfilling that, touching up the driveway. You can see the driveway here, we've got it cut out. Does this sort of U shape, that'll be the front of the house. So it's got this U shape like that, and then it bends around over there and comes out. Ooh, echo. Got a nice echo in there. So yeah, he's got to start cutting his openings. Like here's a little example of the sort of cuts he's got done in the ground here, where all the plumbing comes up. So that's pretty much all the rough-ins he's got done at the moment, because all his plumbing obviously ran underneath the slab. So he's got all that roughed up. And yeah, then I guess he just starts cutting openings in between the containers and doorways and however he's gonna do the interior. So it's exciting to see how that's gonna turn out. I'd like to come back in a couple weeks and see how they're making out. But for now, we're gonna worry about what we do best, and that's dealing with dirt. So let's get to it. Little rough because there's a lot of frozen chunks in it, but did as good of a job as we can do for now. Again, this is just sort of a temporary kind of backfill and cleanup now, so that we can you know, have it up cleaned up and tidy for the winter. And in the spring we'll be back to a nice final touch up, and they'll be doing some planting and stuff once the construction part is done and they clad this and everything. Got the driveway all re-scraped and leveled up, freshened up. It was a little bit rough there up and down, so touched that all up, and they had brought in some more. That area in the middle is going to be also some planting again, so it's going to do a sort of a U kind of shape. And yeah, got it all cleaned up. The far side here worked out not bad. The topsoil was just about enough, nice and balanced. We're going to have to bring in some for the tank over here. They're going to have to raise up these lids. They have to come up probably about a foot. Might be hard to tell, but maybe that shows you a little bit better there. But yeah, these are gonna have to come up maybe a foot or so. So once they do that, then we can fill up around them. I didn't want to bury them now just to bury them, so better just to leave it like that. The tank's completely covered all the way around, so it should be okay like that. And yeah, nice and clean. And that's it. Another one wrapped up here. Got the equipment parked. If you guys like that 450 dozer, that was actually one of the first pieces of equipment, not the first, but one of the first pieces of equipment that my dad actually bought when he started this business about 30, well, well over 30 years ago now, but that dozer will be 32 years old. So it's from 89. And yeah, so it's been around for quite some time. It's done a lot of work, and it's been very reliable and had very good over 30 years of service for us. So again, nice little project it wrapped up here. Did the finishing touches on. Always nice to use it, even though it's chilly winter time here, but that's okay. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, again, give it a like, subscribe if you're new, and keep on coming back for more Dirty Digger content. And take care, everybody. We'll see you next time.